Good morning. This is Uncle P with Great Presbyterian Remunerations. It's a slot that wants to encourage you, to uplift you. Many of us are down and we don't know where to go. But when somebody is with you and feeling with you, we hope that it could get better and better, and we will thank God for everything. Just stand up. Don't lie there contemplating on nothing. Be a man. We live in crisis every day. In fact, we live as though our wings have been clipped. We grumble, we procrastinate, we complain. This makes us sink deeper into indecision and how to free ourselves from the burdens of our surroundings and life. We stay in the muddy pits of our lives, some which are self-pity, self-defeat, guilt, and shame, because we missed some glaring opportunities by making wrong choices. Instead of lifting ourselves or making effort to free ourselves and restore our trajectory to destiny's flight plan, we slump in frustration, blaming one thing or another for being responsible for our demise. We cannot soar when we are too busy wallowing in self-pity and blame-shifting. Failure, we know, is part of life, of course. Each person operates with a margin of error. There is nothing perfect except God. We know from our belief that He created all things perfect, but we came with our imperfection and ruffled the perfection of our lives. We betrayed Him, and our guilt has dwarfed us. We are nevertheless called upon to allow some space for failure. This will help us balance informed optimism with cautious realism. Failure keeps us humble and reminds us from whence we came. It also reminds us that even in affluence, we should not forget that God is the one who blesses endeavors. Do not boast about anything, for you do not know what a day may bring forth. You will be betrayed, sometimes by closest persons to you. You will have disappointments and unknown variables in your life. You will be hurt deeply by other people, perhaps because they deceived you into believing they were trustworthy. You got along with them. You shared your secrets. You wanted them to be a part of your life. You pampered them. You loved them. You made them everything they should or ought to be. And they bloomed like a fresh rose. Then one day, you discover they were just wolves. They tear you apart. They devour you. They have found fault in somewhere else, or perhaps they became corrupted by jealousy or greed. Whatever the case, you will feel the scorpion sting of poisonous betrayal as you wade along the shores of life. The irony about failure in our lives is that the people we love most or trust implicitly tend to be those with the greatest power to betray us. We are hurt by the unexpectedness of their betrayal. But we should learn to deal with hurt, anger, and disappointment without allowing them to blindfold us. The human heart is fickle and selfish. It is crammed with intrigue and falsehood. But be careful not to be tripped by a bully. Get back on your feet and continue on your journey. You will feel a little sore and bruised, But remember, the scabs heal. And you should get stronger when you survive the fall. You should learn from the circumstances and stay close to your God. Don't stay clamped. You have gifts and potential to soar to the highest heights. Don't be a loser. Too many times in either our personal lives or the life of our society, we have tended to be pessimistic because of the uncertainties with which we live. We have encountered failures. People at high places have betrayed our trust in them. Friends have been devastatingly mean, and we have almost crumbled. The corruption bug has entered deep into our lives, and we seem almost incapable of doing away with it. Many of us are no longer able to see an outlet. We almost do not have the will to soar above the intrigues. We have accepted our life and our fate and seem to live comfortably with it. But remember, you will never soar when you are too busy wallowing in self-pity and blame shifting. Let us pick up the pieces, mend our wounds, and keep moving on. If your neighbor or friend, those you know have hurt you, talk to them. You may, however, discover you are talking to yourself, because in the matter of failures or corruption, you may just be the victim. Hold then your fortress and keep moving on. This is Uncle P with Great Presbyterian Remuneration.